Hey guys, I just want to give you a quick video demonstration of how to use power saves along with KeySAV to get information out of your save files so you can find shiny values and the stats of eggs before they're hatched. So the first thing I've done is I downloaded KeySAV and I also downloaded Mass Dumper, which is optional. It basically, with KeySAV, you can extract the first two boxes of your computer, of the PC in your game. You can extract the first two boxes with KeySAV. But with Mass Dumper, you can potentially extract all 31 boxes at the same time. So I'll show you how to use both. So the first things you're going to need to do is go into your game, your Pokemon game, and you're going to need to clear out box 1 and box 2. So I cleared out box 1, clear out box 2, and you need to get 6 Pokemon that originated inside your game. It can be 6 that you hatched or 6 that you personally caught. They just need to have been generated inside your game. So like in this picture here, I was breeding Porygons recently, so I had a bunch laying around. So I just threw 6 onto the top row of box 1. Now box 2 is still empty. I only put 6 Pokemon in box 1. So box 2 is empty. 6 Pokemon on the top line of box 1. And then you want to exit the PC and save the game, and then immediately save the game again. If you only save it once, you might run into issues. So just to be safe and not run into any problems later, just save it twice, and then gracefully exit the game. Then put the cartridge into your power saves, and you should see this screen right here. So you just want to hit back up, and you'll just want to name this something that lets you know what it is. So this is box 1 with 6 Pokemon. So I'll just name it box 1 by 6. And it'll extract that, and then go back into your game to where you have the box 2 empty and the box 1 with 6. And then you're going to want to move these 6 Pokemon into box 2. And they need to be in the exact same order. So the easiest way to do that is just to select all of them at the same time with the green tool and drag them all over to box 2. So now you got box 2 with 6 Pokemon at the top row, and box 1 is empty. So just save the game twice and exit back out. Go back into power saves, and this time name it box 2 by 6. And this by naming them like this, it'll help you distinguish between them here in a second. So once you have that, you're going to need to find your power saves folder, which is under users and then your name, whatever you log into your computer with. So mine is users, Brett, and then power saves 3DS. This right here. You should see those 2 files you just made. I like to just drag these files into my KeySAV folder. If you have Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, you'll want to keep these things separate because you can't use any of the stuff you're about to make on any other game. It's only going to work for the game you're currently working on. So now you just need to open up KeySAV, and we need the first tab here, Box Breaker. And there's some, if you get confused, there's instructions right here too. When you hit Open Save 1, it needs to be the box 1 empty and the box 2 with the first 6. So for us, that's going to be box 2 by 6. And you're going to need to come down here to the drop down and change it over. The digital save files are if you're using the eShop version. Like if you're not using power saves and you're using the digital version. But since we're using power saves, we need to flip it over. And we need to go box 2 by 6. And then for the save 2, we just need to do the other one. Flip it over go box 1 by 6. And then we just hit the break, and you should see key stream successfully brute forced. Now you got 3 buttons here. The first one is K1, which will save the key to open box 1. Save that, and then K2 will save the key for box 2. And if you notice, they're named key-box 1 and key-box 2. That's so it'll make more sense here in a second. It's so you can keep them in order. Then you hit the blank, save that file as well. You're going to need that file for Mass Dumper also. So go into box ripping. You just want to make sure this works before you move on to Mass Dumper. So hit open save. You're going to need to flip the thing again. Go to your box 1 by 6. And then go open key and open up the key for box 1. And then hit open blank and open up the blank. Then just hit dump box. You should see successful dump. If you see partial dump, it probably means that you flip-flopped your box 1 and box 2. And if you just go back to box breaker and change them around, it should work. But if that doesn't work, then you either didn't use Pokemon that were in your game, or you might have had a straggling Pokemon still left over in those first 2 boxes. So just start over and double check those things. But you should see those first 6 Pokemon that you used right here now. So if all that's working, we can move on to Mass Dumper and get it set up. So for Mass Dumper, we need to go to the second tab so we can dump the key range. Now here, all we're going to need is a saved file and a blank EKX. The blank file is the one we just made with KeySAV. So we got that. For the save file though, you need to empty out the boxes in your bank on your game. So if you want to be able to dump your whole bank at the same time, box 1 through 31, you need to empty out every single one of those boxes. They can't have any Pokemon or any eggs or anything in them. But if you don't have space to get everything out, then you can dump smaller keys. Once you select a save file, you can choose a range and just choose to only do a range of 10 or 20 or any range you want. But since I'm gearing this towards power saves, what you should do is go into power saves, hit backup, make a file called like main backup, and save that, and then go into your Pokemon game. Don't load up the game, just go to the splash screen and you can just start a brand new game. And the way you do that is by holding the up arrow key, the up, B, and X, all 3 at the same time. You might have to press it twice if you're on the wrong screen, but just press that a couple times and it should give you the option to make a new game. And as soon as your character gets out of bed, which is like 20 seconds in, just save the game, exit the game, put it back in the power saves, and then make a backup, call it something like new file, and as soon as you save that, hit restore on the main back. Select your main back, hit restore. That way you can rest easy knowing that you didn't just lose your whole game, you've restored it. And then with your blank file, so I have one right here. I made a file called new save Y. All you have to do is go to Mass Dumper, hit open save, open up your new save file, and then open up the blank file, which is the one we made with KeySAV, and then just select your start box of 1 and an end box of 31, hit dump key range, and it'll save a file called KS-131. After you get that, you can go start dumping boxes. Just open up a save file. I'll throw in that backup file I just made so you can actually see some Pokemon here. I'll just throw in a random one here that I've made. And so you hit open save, open that, open up the blank file, and then open up the 131 key. Then you hit dump, and you should see successful dump. If you see partial dump, or if it just gives you like 500 errors, then it's probably because your blank file is wrong. So you're probably going to have to start over from the very beginning and make sure you're using 6 Pokemon that actually came from your game and that the boxes were blank. It's like if you get all the way to this part and you run into errors, it's probably you're going to start all over. But if it works, you should see just like this. It's going to show you every single Pokemon in all of your boxes, all the way up to 31. I don't actually have box 31 within. There's nothing in my box 31, so it's just left blank. But there's a few options here. The default mode, which is what you're looking at right now. Then you got the Reddit mode, which is the same thing as default, but it has the pipes and stuff so that you can make Reddit tables. And then you got TSV mode, which instead of being all the IV values and things, it's just the trainer ID, and the TSV. So if you're trying to get your TSV, use this, because the values that you're going to see in default are going to be the egg shiny values. If you want to get your trainer value, you need to use TSV. And then you have a CSV option, which will just dump all of the information, even more than what you see in default. But it's going to be a file. It's not going to show it to you. It's just going to be a standard CSV file. I'll open it up in Excel here and show you what it looks like. So this just shows you all the IVs, EVs. You can see the egg moves, even if the Pokemon doesn't actually know them anymore. It'll still show you the egg moves that it does know. And just everything you see here. So that should be all you need. If everything's worked so far, all you need to do now is breed eggs, put them in a box, extract the save file, and run it through Mass Dumper and get all the information you need. I hope that helped at least one person watching.